See, it's going down. It's going down like young Jock. I'm telling you, Caitlin Clark was pissed off. She was not happy with the substitutions being taken out every 2 minutes, and she voiced it after the game. She slammed Stephanie White in the Indiana Fever, said, hey, look, I didn't know nothing about this. This was not a part of my plan. I don't know what the hell is going on. I know I'm on a minutes restriction, but I didn't know I was going to be coming out every 2.5.
The most explosive locker room conflict in professional sports has reportedly erupted behind closed doors, and the Indiana Fever franchise is now at the center of intense speculation. For months, fans have demanded answers. Why has Caitlin Clark's role become such a major topic of debate? Critics have questioned coach Stephanie White's rotation decisions, arguing that repeated short bench stretches disrupted Clark's rhythm. Others have defended those coaching decisions as part of normal game management. Tonight, the controversy has fueled even more discussion, with reports claiming growing tension inside the organization. In a dramatic turn of events, veteran guard Sophie Cunningham was widely reported to have confronted members of the coaching staff. Those reports remain unverified, but they quickly spread across social media. According to the circulating claims, tensions escalated after coaches allegedly suggested Clark's style of play had become part of the team's challenges. Reports further claimed Sophie Cunningham strongly defended her teammate, questioning why Clark continued to receive criticism despite being one of the league's biggest stars. Those accounts have not been confirmed. Tonight, we examine the reported locker room tension, the alleged exchange involving Sophie Cunningham and Stephanie White, and why the story has become one of the biggest talking points in women's basketball. To understand why the locker room reportedly became so divided, many commentators have focused on the coaching decisions throughout the season. In professional basketball, maintaining rhythm is important for elite scorers. Critics argued that Clark's substitution patterns often interrupted that rhythm, while supporters of the coaching staff believed those rotations were based on normal strategic decisions. Game after game, debate continued over whether those decisions affected Clark's production. Some fans believed the timing of the substitutions disrupted her confidence, while others argued every player experiences similar coaching adjustments throughout a season. Clark continued competing while questions surrounding her performance remained a constant topic across sports media. Behind the scenes, reports claimed frustration continued to grow inside the organization. Those reports remain unverified, but they fueled widespread speculation.
Caitlin Clark abruptly being subbed out over and over, just ridiculous. This is in the article on the Indy Star by Chloe Peterson. Okay. Here it says, Clark did not look like her usual self on Wednesday, playing in 2 to 3 minute spurts as a condition of her minutes restriction, something she said when asked about that setup. She said, that was not my decision. That was somebody else's decision. That wasn't on me. I ain't want to do that. That was somebody else's decision. She was also quoted as saying, it's really hard when you're playing 3 minutes, sub out 3 minutes, 3 minutes, then you're on the bench. Clark said, it's really, really hard to get in the flow. For the most part, I got good looks. Some of them went, some of them didn't. I probably didn't get to have a feel for the game as I usually do. It's just really, really hard for me to play in that scenario. But overall, my body feels great. So that's the positive I can take from today. So she let it be known. And I said that. That's why I said, I'm not tripping over her missing shots. There's no rhythm. You can't play 2 minutes. Go sit.
But behind closed doors.
Some commentators argued players were becoming increasingly frustrated, while others questioned whether the online rumors accurately reflected the atmosphere inside the locker room. According to those reports, the coaching staff underestimated how strongly players would react to the ongoing criticism surrounding Clark. Whether those claims are accurate remains uncertain, but the debate surrounding team chemistry, leadership, and communication continued to intensify. The reported turning point came after a game when speculation suggested coaches address the team.
To have a rhythm and play well, your star player, the best player on your team, the face of the league. With this, I understand a minutes restriction. But if this was the plan, you should not have played her at all. This is a horrible plan. This is not setting up your star player for success. This is sabotage. This is setting someone up for failure. Make no mistake about it. And then you got Stephanie White subbing Caitlin Clark out left and right. Look at this. Caitlin Clark is ready to sub in. And Stephanie White's just going to pull her from the check-in table. Caitlin Clark's there to sub in. And now, boom, she's just go back to the bench. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then they brought in Lexi Hall or Sophie Cunningham instead after this alongside Michaela Timpson. I mean, it's just ridiculous what is going on. Just go back to the bite. Like, how is she going to play well in this type of setup? It is ridiculous. Okay, this is the article courtesy of Chloe Peterson on the Indy Star. Why Caitlin Clark struggled in return from back injury.
According to online reports, some players disagreed with how responsibility for the Team S struggles was being discussed. Those claims remain unverified, but they became another major focus of the public conversation. According to circulating reports, the discussion continued after the team meeting. Reports claimed Sophie Cunningham became visibly frustrated and openly challenged members of the coaching staff. Those claims remain unverified, but they spread rapidly across social media and became one of the biggest talking points surrounding the team.
The 106-92 loss. Even though my workouts have been hard and I've responded well to those, you just don't know when you get into a game environment. Obviously, I'm such a competitor. I think I can play more, but sometimes that can get you in trouble. It's a long season. It's a long year, and a couple of games like this isn't going to mess you up. Just get your feel back and it'll be okay overall. Stephanie White said anytime you missed a couple of weeks, it's going to take time to get acclimated. It's going to take time to build endurance. Well, Stephanie White, you're talking about building endurance. Caitlin Clark says she wasn't even tired. So like y'all not on the same page. Y'all are not on the same page at all. This is a debacle. This is a circus. Clark could never truly get into a rhythm because of those seemingly constant subs. She made sure her body stayed warm the entire time, using the exercise bike in periods off the court and wearing a heat therapy pad on her back. But with the amount of time she spent off the court, she couldn't ever get a true feel on how it was playing. She said it's just really hard when you're playing 3 minutes, sub out 3 minutes, then you're on a bench. It's really, really hard to get into a flow. For the most part, I got good looks, She said, I probably didn't have a feel for the game as I usually do. Like, it's just really, really hard for me to play in that scenario. And it'd be hard for anybody to play in that scenario. It'd be hard for anybody. Okay, she said, I told our trainers after the game that it stinks we didn't win, but she's basically saying, she got out the game healthy.
According to those reports, Cunningham questioned how Caitlin Clark had been handled throughout the season and argued that greater support should be shown for one of the league's biggest stars. Supporters viewed the reported exchange as a sign of growing frustration inside the organization, while others cautioned that the accounts had not been independently confirmed. Many commentators argued the broader issue was no longer just about playing time or individual performances. Instead, the discussion shifted toward leadership, communication, player confidence, and team culture. Fans continued debating whether the coaching staff had made the right decisions, while others defended the
horrific turnovers, but okay.
I felt like some of our rotations weren't there. As good of activity level as we had a game ago, I don't think we had that here tonight. Again, it's big when you don't have an AB on the floor. Certainly, we didn't have Sophie early as she locked up early, before even warm up. So we didn't have her early as well. So I think more than anything, collectively, just the team defensive effort, making sure we're in our rotations, having each other's back. It wasn't there consistently.
Trash as a coach. Now let's get into Kelsey Mitchell acting like she don't even care. Like she don't need Caitlin. Like it's crazy, man.
It's about showing up. It's my job. I'm gonna do my job every day. I think that this game can't be taken for granted. You gotta respect it. You gotta pour in whatever you got into it, and give that every time. I don't think there's an excuse that you can give to do this job, and I think that I do my damnedest to make sure that I show up. If I can lace them up and I can do what I need to do, then I'm gonna do it.
If I can lace, I respect that. But damn, it seemed like are you trying to say Caitlin not giving her all, not lacing them up, doing what she got to do? Well, what are we talking about here?
Thank you. Hi, ladies. Charlotte. I mean, I thought they did a great job at break point. Turnovers that led to
It seemed like this game or something like there was.
So it's always disjointed, disoriented when.
Now they're going to talk about
Organization's approach and called for patience. Reports also claimed the atmosphere inside the locker room had become increasingly tense, though those claims remain unverified. Online discussions suggested players held differing opinions about the team's direction, fueling even more speculation about the Indiana Fever's future. Whether those reports accurately reflected the situation remained uncertain, but they continued generating significant attention. Attention then shifted to the business side of the story. Commentators noted that Caitlin Clark's popularity has brought unprecedented attention to the WNBA through television audiences, ticket demand, sponsorships, and merchandise sales. Some analysts argued that maintaining fan confidence would be important as the league continues its recent growth. Many supporters believe the Indiana Fever now face important decisions regarding leadership, communication, and the long-term direction of the franchise. Others argue the situation has been exaggerated by online speculation and that the organization should be evaluated based on its on-court results rather than rumors. What is clear is that this controversy has become one of the biggest stories in women's basketball. Questions about coaching decisions, player relationships, and the future of the franchise continue to dominate conversations across the sports world.
more than they have leaned into her and built a team to play around her. They've spent 2 off seasons building a team to play without Caitlin Clark. It's clear as day. It's very simple. And I think the writing is pretty much already on the wall. At the end of the season, Kelsey Mitchell contract is up. Caitlin Clark is up for the Epic, whatever. The Indiana Fever are going to be forced to pick a direction. They're either going to choose Kelsey Mitchell and Stephanie White, or they are going to choose Caitlin Clark. And I include Stephanie White in that because Stephanie White and Caitlin Clark, philosophically, they just don't see basketball from the same lens. It's that simple. I don't believe that they hate each other off the floor. I just don't think that on the floor, it's a good mix. I think they just see the game through 2 different lenses. And we have been yearning and calling for Stephanie White to actually stand up for, represent, and be front and center for Caitlin Clark. And she's refused to do it at every turn outside of a 30-second clip post the Alyssa Thomas situation in which she backtracked on everything she said and made Alyssa Thomas the victim when her superstar point guard